Hello, welcome to the course UVC 001. In this module, we discuss about clipper circuit. A circuit which is used to clip certain portion of input signal without affecting the remaining part is known as clip. So now let's see the classification. So depending upon the location of diode, either it can be defined as series clipper or shunt or parallel clipper. So in case of series clipper, diode has to be connect into the series arm of the circuit, whereas in case of shunt or parallel clipper, the diode needs to be connected to the parallel arm of the circuit. Now, uh, in series as well as in shunt, in both the cases, further two categories are possible. Clipper may be biased or unbiased. Okay, means a DC battery is there and DC battery is not present. Further, there is one more categorization, and it is depending upon the input signal clipping. Okay, so it may be termed as either positive clipper or negative clipper. So, if positive segment of the input signal is clipped out, that means it is termed as the positive clipper. If negative portion of the input signal is clipped out, then it is termed as negative clipper. And one more category is possible, which is very interesting and important, which is termed as bidirectional flipper. So now bidirectional flipper is a special class of shunt clipping. This is special class of shunt clipping in which both portion of the input signal, that means positive as well as negative half cycle, will be clipped out depending upon the external DC battery. So this is the classification. In general, broadly, two categories are there, series and shunt. Depending upon the availability of DC battery, it may be either biased or unbiased, and then needs to check which half cycle is being clipped out down by either positive clipper or negative clipper. So this is the classification. Now, interesting part over here is diode is used as a clipping element. In every clipper circuit, diode is used as the clipping element. The cause of clipping will depends upon the diode. And a typical application is we have already discussed in few modules. It is a half wave rectifier where we have seen that some portion of my input, which is the half cycle, was completely clipped out by the circuit. So let's start the discussion on different types of clippers, and let's begin with the series clipper. For better understanding, I am drawing first the circuit diagram. So we require one diode and a load resistance across which we want to measure the output. So suppose this is my load resistance and I want to measure output across this load resistance P0. For the simplicity in the starting, I am assuming that my diode is IPL. So for the working of this circuit, let's see the respective input and output waveform of voltage as well as current. So suppose this is my input signal, input waveform, and I'm assuming that I have given a square waveform over here. Suppose my input is V and this is minus V, time period T by 2 and T. Suppose this is my input voltage V in. So first you can check the operation of this circuit can be divided into two halves, working for positive half cycle and for negative half cycle. And from this input signal, what we can observe in positive half cycle, that means from 0 to T by 2. Input is plus V volts. And this make diode D forward bias. Makes diode D forward bias. So the equivalent circuit will be like this for positive half cycle. So here I am drawing the circuit for positive half cycle. In fact, I am representing the signal by a DC source because my input signal is a square waveform of value plus minus V volt is a switch, and the switch will represent like a closed circuit. So this is my output V naught and R. So suppose if I amount of current is flowing, now apply KVL over here. So KVL says that V minus drop across switch is 0, V naught equals to 0. Therefore, my output V will be equals to V. So for positive half cycle, what we have seen that my diode D is forward bias in positive half cycle, so replaced by a closed switch, and we will have the output voltage same as that of input. So I can draw the output waveform over here, and it will be same as that of input. So I have drawn this is my output V naught plus V 0. So from 0 to T by 2 output signal is there. Now at the same time let's see for negative half cycle, and I'm talking from T by 2 to T. So here input is minus V volts. Now you can check if I am connecting negative over here and positive over here, so makes diode be reverse bias. So D is reverse bias, that means diode will behave like off. So let me draw the circuit replaced by an open circuit. Interesting part over here is we know that no current can flow through the open circuit. So if value I equals to 0 in this case, that means the output voltage V naught will also be 0. So you can check in this segment my output voltage is 0. So from T by 2 to 0. Okay, so which type of clipper is this? We have to write diode is connected in the series arm. So this is the part of series. No DC battery is there, unbiased. Which segment is clipped out? Negative half cycle. So this is my series unbiased negative clipper. So we must be in a practice to write this comment after solving a problem of clipper so that we can justify which type of circuit was given. Okay. So this is my series clipper, a simple term, and depending upon waveform, we will have the accordingly outputs. Whereas it is positive or negative, we will see after the working. So it is given as one DC battery is connected. Here we have to supply the input signal, and let us see with triangular input. So this is my input signal 0, signal V, minus V, T by 2, T, Suppose this is my VK, and I'm assuming that diode is also made up from silicon. So my diode is not ideal here. Diode is practical diode, and I'm interested to find this voltage V0, resistance R. Okay, so you can check as DC battery is available over here. So this is my bias clipper, which I have also mentioned over here. So this is my bias clipper. As diode element is connected in the series arm, so this is my series clipper. Now for the working of such type of circuit, important part over here is the very first part which we need to check, where we have to find the output voltage. We need to check where we need to find the output voltage. So over here we have to find the output voltage across this load resistance. Okay, so this is the first important part. Second, now apply KVL to the circuit. Apply KVL to the circuit. Okay, so in general, now if I am applying KVL over here by considering this is the current flowing R, so it will show me Vin minus this Vk minus, okay, so I am writing here zero point 0.7 considering the case when diode will be forward biased. So as you know that this is made up from silicon, will be replaced by a battery of zero point 0.7 volt when it is forward biased. So Vin minus Vk minus zero point 0.7 minus V naught will be equals to 0. Now from this relation, make a judgment for the transition. Now the third case, identify the transition condition. Identify the transition condition. So what is the meaning of transition condition? Means first we have to check what is the condition that make my diode on. So it is clear if the very first thing is Vin. If Vin is greater than or equals to, so if Vin is greater than or equals to Vk plus zero point 0.7. If this condition satisfied, my diode will be on. My diode will be on. Otherwise, on the other side, if Vin is less than Vk plus zero point 0.7, then my diode will be off. Then in both the cases, separately, we can find the output voltage. So let me draw the circuit for both the cases. So this is case A and case B. And quickly I am drawing the circuit for both the cases. And from the circuit, we can take a judgment what will be the output voltage. So this is my case A. This is plus minus Vk. This is plus minus zero point 0.7 R plus minus V naught. And this is my battery. Diode will be replaced by open circuit now, as it is reverse bias, and this is the circuit diagram for case 2. So in both the situation, I am marking over here the V in voltage. So plus minus this Vk is available, but as it is open circuit and we know that no current can flow through the open circuit, so my V naught for this case will be equals to 0. So I am taking a direct judgment, that is for case number 2. My output voltage V naught will be equals to 0, and for this particular case now I can check what is my output voltage, Vin minus Vk plus zero point 0.7. So in this case my output voltage is Vin minus Vk plus zero point 0.7. So let me draw the output and input waveform again, okay, with the consideration of that. Okay, so this is, I can say that this is my case number 4, the circuit diagram and the respective waveform. So let me draw that. This is my T 0 V minus V. This is my V in. So 0 T by 2 and T, and I'm saying that my V is much greater than Vk. I'm saying that my V is much greater than Vk. So the equation, my diode equation, if you can see that V naught will be equals to V in minus Vk plus zero point 0.7. So if V in equals to 0, if V in equals to 0, that means V naught will be equals to minus times of Vk plus zero point 0.7, and if V in equals to, if V in equals to Vk plus zero point 0.7, if V equals to Vk plus zero point 0.7, that means my V naught will be equals to, corresponding to this situation, V naught will be equals to 0. So I can take my output waveform clearly. E equals to 0, output V naught will also be 0, because we have seen in the previous case. Okay, so let me correct the things. My output V naught will be equals to 0 volts because it is open circuit, and this output V naught for entire negative half cycle it will be off. And my peak signal, so peak signal of the output is V, that is the peak signal of input, minus Vk plus zero point 0.7. So it is V minus Vk plus 0.7. So this is my output voltage. And if you want to find the current also, then you can find the value of current. And suppose let me draw the waveform of current also over here. This is the output voltage and output current. The waveform of current will also be same, because during the case when output voltage is 0, just because of current is 0. So this is the waveform of output current. Or I can say that the load current. Interesting part over here is its maximum value will be V minus Vk plus zero point 0.7 whole divided by R. So this would be the value of maximum value of my load current. Biased series negative clip. Okay, now let me discuss the shunt clipper. So in the shunt clipper, resistance R is connected, and I have to find output voltage across the diode. So over here, I am interested to find the output voltage across the diode. I am assuming that diode is ideal, and suppose my input signal applied over here is a sinusoidal wave. So this is my V in 0. Suppose this is my V minus V pi and 2 pi. So again, for the working, we have to choose the positive half cycle and negative half cycle and see according output. Okay. So for the systematic function, now see one thing first. Diode is connected in the shunt arm, so it is my shunt clipper. No DC battery is connected, so it is unbiased clipper. And which type of clipping is there, we will see with the waveform. So now you can check uh, for positive half cycle. You can check positive half cycle. Entire positive signal is applied through this resistance to the cathode of this particular diode. That means for 0 to pi, that is positive half cycle, diode D, I'm saying that this is D, will be off as it is reverse bias, and for negative half cycle, that is from 0 to pi, my diode will be on as it is forward bias. So let me quickly draw the circuit diagram of both the cases. So as it is reverse bias replaced by an open circuit. So what about output over here? Now in this situation, you can check no current can flow through the open circuit. So whatever be the input signal is there, drop across this diode will be zero. Okay, as I equals to 0, drop will be 0. So V naught will be equals to V in. This is the first case for positive half cycle, and for negative half cycle now my diode will be on, so it will be replaced by a closed switch. As we have considered the ideal case, an interesting part over here is we are measuring the output across the diode and it will be 0 because closed switch behaves like a short circuit. Okay, so during the negative half cycle V part my output will be 0. Okay, so I can easily draw the output waveform, and my output waveform will be for positive half cycle I will have the output which is same as that of input, and for negative half cycle my output will be 0. So from 0 to pi I will have output of value V. This is my out output signal or output waveform, and from pi to 2 pi it is 0. So let me quickly write the comment. So unbiased shunt negative clipper. As you can check from the output waveform, the negative cycle have been clipped out. So let me draw the circuit diagram first for bidirectional clipper. As the name suggests, bidirectional means clipping has to be done in both the half cycles, positive half cycle as well as the negative half cycle. So we will use two diodes for the simplicity over here. We will assume that my diodes will be ideal and measure output across here. Diode D1, diode D2, and suppose I am connecting a battery of VK1 and VK2. And for the simplicity, I am assuming that VK1 equals to VK2 equals to VK, and for better understanding, my peak signal V should always be greater than Vk. My peak input signal V is always greater than Vk. And input signal across here is, suppose this is R. So how to solve such type of problem? You can check. We will divide the working into two half cycles. So let's start with the case for positive half cycle. In positive half cycle, meaning that we are talking about 0 to t by 2, and you can clearly see in positive half cycle upper terminal over here is positive with respect to the lower terminal, and you can see that for diode D1 and D2, my cathode of diode D2 is connected to the positive terminal. That means for entire positive half cycle, diode D2 will be reverse bias. Okay, so diode D2 will be reverse bias, therefore it will be off for entire positive half cycle. So effectively in the positive half cycle, only diode D1 is available in the picture. And for the simplicity, we have taken the two terms that the peak value of input signal is greater than the value of this DC battery Vk. Okay, so now apply KVL to this two. Current I is there. So it will be my Vn minus drop across this. So it is saying that I into R minus, we have assumed that both diodes are ideal. Both diodes are ideal. Therefore, there will be no drop across the diode when it is forward bias. Minus Vk will be equals to 0. Okay. So the condition which makes diode on, if I'm neglecting the voltage across R, then my Vin should be greater than or equals to Vk. So if Vin is greater than or equals to Vk, that means my diode D1 will be forward bias. And as it is forward bias, it will be on, else D1 will be reverse bias, DS will be reverse bias, and it will be off. So for the situation when it is on, I have to find the output. Now you can check if it is on. Okay, or let me draw the circuit diagram for these two cases. So for positive half cycle, my upper terminal is positive, lower is negative. Vin R is there, diode will be on in the first case, plus minus Vk, and we will have output. And by the inspection, you can check my V0 will be equals to Vk. Okay, because it is a closed switch and my output V0 equals to Vk. The first case when, so when input voltage V is greater than Vk, this is the case. And my second case is in the same situation, diode will be replaced by open circuit. This battery is still there. Output V0 across here V0, and this will be equals to Vin. And why I'm saying that it is Vin, because in this situation drop across R equals to 0 as the value of I equals to 0. So this is Vin. This is my second case, and this is when input voltage is Vin is less than Vk. So let me draw the waveform for the positive half cycle only. Let me draw first the dotted waveform, and if this is my reference level of battery Vk to the positive side, so output voltage V0, output voltage V0. Now I can check the cases. Suppose this is my time period T1, time period T2, and this is T by 2. So from time period 0 to T1, my Vin, you can check in this situation, Vin is less than Vk. Therefore, my output is same as that of input. So this will be my output in this region. And between T1 to T2, now in this situation, my output is, in this situation, in fact, this is valid for this also, Vin is greater than Vk. So this is my output voltage waveform. In fact, I'm doing the shading so that it will be clear. So this is my output voltage. In fact, I can also draw the current waveform over here, and my current waveform is during this period T1 to T2. I will have a signal from T1 to T2, 0, T1, T2, because you can check current will flow for the first case only, the value of current I equals to 0 for the second case as it is open circuit, and from 0 to T1 and T2 to T by 2, the value of current becomes 0. So this is my load current I, and I have to find the peak value of this current. So it can be calculated from the KVL, the peak value of signal, and the KVL equation was V in minus this. So from this relation, my value of I will be equals to V in minus Vk divided by R. And for the peak value of V in is V, so it will be V's peak value of current I will be equals to V minus Vk divided by R. Therefore, I am marking over here the peak value V minus Vk divided by. Okay, so if you can see that this is the first case for positive half cycle. Now let us see for negative half cycle. Okay, let's see the next case for negative half cycle. Here the meaning is T by 2 to T. And if you can see the circuit diagram, you can check. That means now upper terminal is negative with reference to the lower terminal, and negative potential is connected to the anode of diode D1. That makes that diode D1 permanently off, as anode is having lower potential with reference to the cathode. So for entire negative half cycle, my diode D1 is reverse bias. That means replaced by off. So we have to check the working for diode D2 only. Now apply KVL. I am not focusing to the polarity, and I will write the value of V in. Okay, so this equation will be V in minus IR. And now interesting part over here is you can check minus minus become plus. So this is VK2 and VK2 is VK. So this plus VK equals to 0. And similarly, I can solve the things. So I'm interested to directly show the waveform so that idea will be clear. Let me draw the dotted waveform first. And with that dotted waveform, this is my reference level of Vk, in fact minus Vk. So now you can check this will be the output signal similar to the T1 and T2, the 2 point of intersection. I will have two more point of intersection over here saying that T3 and T4, this is my T by 2, this is T, interested to output voltage over here. So the shaded region now, this particular region is my output voltage. It is from T by 2 to T3, both diodes will be off. So in this situation, my diode D2 will be off, and this will off in this region also from T4 to T3. However, from T2, T3 to T4, diode D2 is on, and due to which my output voltage is minus Vk in this deviation. So similarly, I can draw the waveform of current also, and the waveform of current will be available from for minus sorry T3 to T4 only. This is the value of current and the peak. Okay. So now let me draw the overall waveform. Overall output voltage and overall output current. So by combining the two positive half cycle and negative half cycle, so this is my overall output voltage. This value is Vk 0. This is V naught in terms of volts. This is somewhere of T by 2. This is T, and this value is minus Vk. And likewise, the waveform of current, I will have the waveform of current like this. So this is my output current, or simply current I. This is T, P over here, dy, and their peak values I have already written. So you can take v minus vk upon r, and this peak is minus v plus vk divided by. Okay, so you can check now this portion and this portion, both portion of the input signal is clipped out. So such type of clipper is known as bidirectional clipper. Okay, so now stopping this lecture over here. Thank you.